Hi there, I'm Rob from B&H, and I'm working on some music on my laptop. I got a couple of neat controllers here to help me out with this little jam, and I want to show them to you. Come on, let's take a look. These are Korg's Nano Series 2 Slimline USB MIDI controllers, the second generation of Nano controllers. We've got the Nano Pad 2 for making beats, the Nano Key 2 for keyboard parts, and finally the Nano Control 2 to control our DAW for the tracking and mixing. These tiny, ultra-portable, and very inexpensive USB-powered controllers make it easy to bang out a quick jam on the go, whether you're in the coffee shop, the airport, or just about anywhere you feel like working on your laptop or iPad. Let's start by taking a look at the Nano Pad 2. Still incredibly thin, the Nano Pad 2 now has 16 velocity-sensitive trigger pads, 4 more than the first generation Nano Pad, and these are perfect for triggering drum sounds. There are 3 velocity curves to choose from, as well as a fixed velocity option, and there are 4 banks of pad scenes, giving you a total of 64 pad assignments. These and other settings for the Nano Series 2 controllers are edited with the Korg Control Editor software, available free from Korg's website. The flam and roll buttons from the original Nano Pad are gone, but the hold button and the XY touchpad remains. With the Nano Pad 2, you can still program rolls using the touchpad, but you'll use the new Gate ARP function to do it. The Nano Pad 2 includes another new feature borrowed from Korg's K-Oscillator series, Touch Scale, where you play phrases on the touchpad. There are 16 different scales to choose from, and you specify the root key and note range, then start touching the pad to play. The Gate ARP takes this a step further, transmitting note data in sync with your DAW's clock. So it seems we have a little rhythm track underway. Perhaps a melody or chords is in order. Let's hit it. To play some keyboard lines, we've got the Nano Key 2 keyboard. This 2-octave number is slim and simple, and the keys have been redesigned and improved over the first generation Nano Key. The feel of the keys isn't fantastic, but for this price, weight, and width, you're not going to get Steinway action. This is about portability, and the Nano Key 2 delivers it. The keys are velocity sensitive, with 3 different velocity curves or a constant velocity setting to choose from, and the size and spacing of the keys does help cut down on accidental wrong notes. For simple melodies, bass lines, or riffs, it definitely gets the job done. You'll note that there are no pitch and mod wheels on the Nano Key 2. Instead, those expressive functions are handled by pitch up and down buttons and a modulation button, speed settings for which are handled with the Control Editor software. The remaining button is for sustain, which can be set to momentary or toggle settings. Sounds like a hit. Let's mix. Our final Nano Series 2 controller is the Nano Control 2, which gives us control over our DAW. We've got 8 sliding faders here, each with a knob and 3 buttons, solo, mute, and record ready. Setup was fairly simple. In the Control Editor, you can choose between using the Nano Control 2 in MIDI CC mode or one of the templates designed for the DAW of your choice. Logic and GarageBand users should download the free plugin for these DAWs from the Korg website. The Logic template has the knob for each fader set to control panning, but of course I can change that using Logic's Learn function to make it an aux send. So it's easy to set up reverb and delay throws using the knobs, and it's a lot more fun than doing it with a mouse, especially if you're playing live. Of course, the same goes with writing levels. Even a little fader like this is just more intuitive and more fun than using the mouse. The Nano Control 2 also gives us transport control over the DAW, and that's been improved over the first generation and now features Mackie HUI protocol built in. I tried it out with Ableton Live and it worked like a charm. All the usual suspects are here. Play, stop, record. Fast forward and rewind are also here, but I liked using the markers to get around better. Use this button to set markers, and then use the arrow buttons to move from marker to marker very quickly. The cycle button here turns your looped selection on and off. Since you'll probably have more than 8 tracks going on in your DAW, use the track buttons to toggle control between groups of 8. In Logic, I noticed the 8 banks currently under Nano Control were subtly underlined. How thoughtful. Couple more things to mention before we wrap it up. We've been looking at the white versions of the Nano Series 2, but they also come in stylish black for goths and techno enthusiasts. Another awesome feature is the fact that these controllers will work with the iPad. Using Apple's iPad Camera Connection Kit, the Nano Series 2 will give you MIDI control over Apple Core apps. In terms of accessories, Korg recommends a powered USB hub if you plan on using more than one of these at a time. Also consider the Korg Nano Bag, a convenient way to carry all three controllers when you travel. So if you're looking for super portable ways to play and perform music on the go with your Mac or PC's DAW or your iPad, these three controllers from Korg, the Nano Pad 2, the Nano Key 2, or the Nano Control 2 are definitely worth checking out. For more information on these or any of our other controllers, visit us online, give us a call, or stop by our New York City Superstore. Thanks for watching.